Right here, sir.
We've got
Right here.
really 5 minutes.
General Paxton, thank you.
One second. We're going to be orderly. Start here.
Okay. General Paxton, thank you for taking the time today. I wanted to ask you something about what Senator John Cornyn said to us. I guess you guys are highlighting it regarding turnout and how this thing may turn out tomorrow night. He says it's a question of who bothers to show up. If only the most radical people show up in the primary, then I think that's going to be a challenge. If we get broad spectrum of Republican voters to turn out in the primary, I'm optimistic about the outcome. I imagine you feel a little differently.
Oh, yeah. I mean, to talk about Republican voters is radical, and some segment of that. I mean, I think he did that at the convention when he got booed by about 10 to 12,000 Republican delegates. These people are not radical. They love the Constitution. They want their freedom. They want a senator to go up there and fight for them. He has not done that. This idea that somehow these people are radical, they're God-fearing, great Americans who love Texas and who love this country.
What's one thing that you would do as a Republican senator in Washington that he hasn't done?
Well, one, I would be supporting President Trump. He hasn't done that. I would be supporting a border wall, which he hasn't done. He's been out criticizing. I would not be supporting amnesty. I'd be fighting to get the budget cut because under him, the budget's increased by about, $32 trillion. There's a lot of things that need to change, and he doesn't do anything.
Thomas, right here.
Iran, what is your position on the strikes, and how effectively do you think the president has been in outlining the objectives?
So I am very glad that he did it. I think Iran is a great threat to our country. But we could not let them have nuclear weapons. They're terrorists, and they've been terrorists for decades. And their motives are not good. Their motives are to destroy us and destroy other countries that are our allies. And so I'm very pleased that he's done it. It seems to me like they did it in a very effective way. It's amazing what our military has done under his leadership. And I'm very proud of our military, and I'm very proud of him for having the courage.
Let's go to local.
Oh, yes. So, kind of going off of what you said, why do you think that you are the best candidate? There's a lot of Republican candidates in these primaries. What will you do differently?
It's simple. I have a record. It's not just rhetoric. His is all rhetoric. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to pound the camera. His is all rhetoric. He doesn't believe it. The things that he says now are so different than what he said before I got in the race. If you look at my record, what I'm saying now is consistent with what I'm going to do in the future. What he is saying now is the antithesis. It is the opposite of what he has done in the past, and so how can we trust him to do it in the future?
Mr. Paxton,
Sorry, General Paxton, what is your feeling about a more open-ended conflict in Iran, and how do you feel about what Aaron Wright said earlier, that really the more dangerous threat to America is domestic rather than foreign?
Look, I think it's both. I'm nervous because of all the people we let in this country, particularly illegally over the last 4 years, of sleeper cells. It would have been easily done. If our enemies, it'd be shocking if they didn't do it. Open-ended war, I don't have the intelligence, but I don't think that's a Trump idea. I think he wants to get this over with. He suggested to the Iranian people that they can take care of this themselves, that our job is to take out their military capability, and it's up to them to determine what kind of government they want to have.
Last question right here.
One thing that President Trump did campaign on was against having these forever type of wars, which is something that's important to the MAGA base. So do you think he's at risk at all of going back on that campaign promise if this does become a prolonged conflict?
Look, I don't think so. I think obviously you can't control everything that goes on in a war, but it looks to me like our military has been extremely effective. I don't expect it to be a prolonged war. And obviously, if they strike back or they do something that needs to be dealt with, we got to deal with it. But I don't think that's his intention. His intention is take the regime out, which he did, and take out their military capability, which he's in the process of doing. He's already done it to a large degree, both Navy ships, missile locations, and their nuclear capability. I mean, it's a pretty stunning victory. So thank you all very much.
Thank you all.